Hey, it's Sessa2582 coming back at you with another video. Now, first and foremost, it may look completely different than the previous video. I've been trying to fix some stuff. This is kind of my new plan I want to have. I want to have this like checkered pattern here. And you might see most of my champ cars are actually on display. So old and new. I will still have the boxes. I just need to configure them, and just so with that I can have more of them on display. And plus, since I have more NASCAR, that 124 is coming in soon, I want to show those off too. But yeah, this is what I got so far, so please hang in with me. This is what I've got so far for the next few videos. But anywho, and also, by the way, I'm actually recording this on a new camera, so yeah, we are upgrading now. But anywho, let's get into the first review we're going to be doing on this kind of new setup. And I've gotten a lot of new cars this past week, but I've just been really busy with both work and also a bunch of other stuff as well. And we're going to have to go, I guess, one by one, or have like a triple or double diecast review, just so that I wouldn't have to make a video on each single car, because there is quite a few of them. And the first one we're going to get started with is two NASCAR Authentics diecasts, and we got the number 34 of Todd Gilliand and the number 84 of Jimmie Johnson. Now, let me adjust the camera settings a little bit. Look at that. Now, we're getting more professional right here, but yeah, I found both of these at Target. I think I found this one at Walmart. I need to focus on this. Yeah, I found both of these at Walmart actually. So yeah, as you can tell, I am still not the biggest expert on this camera. I still need to learn a lot of stuff, but yeah, like this thing, I have to focus on it itself. I have to focus on the object itself, like this. And yeah, so of course, car number one is going to be Todd Gilliand's Grillo's Pickles car, or I guess a lot of people call it the pickle car. Let's focus on that. There we go. Yeah, nice and focus on the good camera here. And this is part of the 2026 Wave 1. Man, it's going to get a little tiring to actually have to focus on every single thing. But yeah, and also, it was part of that same wave, Jimmie Johnson's Carvana 84 car for Legacy Motor Club, which surprisingly I did not own, or I do not even have an 84 Jimmie Johnson car. Man, this focus thing is going to get very tiring very soon, I'll tell you that. But hopefully it'll make the video quality so much better for these diecast reviews. So time will tell, really. And yeah, part of the same wave. And let's take a look at the back, just to see if there's any other cars that were interested. I had picked up the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Penguins car, but I did want to find that Pickles car and the Jimmie Johnson. I did pick up that William Byron one for my brother, since he's a Byron fan. The other two, not so much. But yeah, I think I found both of these at Target, or maybe I found one or each at Target and one at Walmart. I don't remember exactly. It's been a week, so it's been a little bit of a long week here. But anywho, let's cut the camera, actually an actual camera, and let's take a look at Todd Gilliand's car. That's what we're going to go in numerical order here. Okay, so I was able to configure some settings, and now I don't have to manually focus on every single little thing. But yeah, let's take a look at Todd Gilliand's pickle car first. Oh, that was actually really easy to take out. And we got the nice checkered pattern here, which I actually been really desperate to change, really. And let's zoom in on this camera here. As yep, super smooth. Look at that. And this is just the lighting a little bit on here, make it look a little bit brighter than normal. And there is the Todd Gilliand car out of its box, and of course, very nice, very interesting paint scheme. Now that I look at it, man, I'm just excited with this new camera. That's why I'm a little excited here and here. But you know, yeah, this is a very interesting one. Of course, Grillo's Pickles has been a sponsor of this team for a while, and they actually have released this in the Gold Series, which of course a lot of people were kind of upset that, oh, all the new Authentics are not exclusives anymore. But I mean, almost all the 164s for the Cup Series at least have actually been making MOQs, so you can't really complain too much, because almost all the cars that have been offered have been getting made. So yeah, you can't really complain too much about that. And zoom in a little bit more on this actually, or this is the most I could go. But yeah, this one, like I said, I just wanted to pick it up because of the sponsor. I'm not a huge fan of pickles, I'll tell you that right now, but my mom actually does like this brand of pickles, so I guess that's why I bought it. But and plus I don't have too many front row motorsports cars, or even a Todd Gilliand car now that I think of it. But yeah, let's take a look at the finer details on this, as it looks gorgeous here. Man, that camera's gonna pick up a lot of nice details here, but we got the NASCAR Cup Series on there, a bunch of like the little contingencies, so yeah, that's pretty cool that they still have contingencies on the side, even though, I don't know if they approve it or not, but it looks kind of cool, but it looks a little weird on the new Gen 7 cars. Of course, we got the number 34 on there, Grillo's Pickles, the pickle car, of course, that's what it is. Aaron's is on the car. They actually just offered a number 38. I think it's a Zane Smith Aaron's car. They brought back the Dream Machine, so the one that had stars and clouds and it was like a dark blue. They brought it back. You don't know how excited I got when I saw that. I pre-ordered that car easily because I love that paint scheme and it's cool that they brought it back. And I love that Aaron's is actually going back to like how I remember the Aaron's cars, even though I wasn't alive during that time, but I still think those one of the best Aaron's cars I've ever seen. Here's the rear of the Ford Mustang. Dark Horse, which is going to be going away after this season, I believe. So, or next season, I don't remember. We got Grillo's Pickles on the side. We have a rear onboard camera. Grillo's Pickles. Pickle car on there, number 34. Now I wish the hood was also green. It just looks a little strange with the white hood, but he's nothing terrible. We got the little mascot. I think that's supposed to be Grillo himself. I'm not sure. He's chilling though. I like that. And now, normally I would say the right side is the same as the left side, but not in this case. It is slightly different. It just says pickle, and then we got the mascot ripping through the side, and I think I can't even tell what that is. Even with this camera, I can't even tell what that is. Yeah, someone's gonna have to let me know. Maybe that's pickles, actually. No, you know what? I'm actually kind of dumb. I think that actually might be pickles. Sliced pickles. That's funny. And yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I know there's gonna be some people who are gonna be excited to find this. Like I said, it was released in Gold Series, but I do love when they make it in Authentics, because sometimes there's paint schemes I would have not bought in Gold Series just to not pay the premium price, and they come out in Authentics. It's nice. If I still didn't have access to online stuff, I would have been very excited for this. But I'm still happy. Happy that I have it. Now let's move on to car number 2. And of course, car number 2 is the man that needs no introduction, Mr. 7-time champion himself, Jimmie Johnson, in his Carvana 84 car. Let's rip this one out of its box here. It's kind of strange. I don't own any Gen 7 Jimmie Johnson cars from when he started having his ownership stake in Legacy Motor Club back in 2023, I believe. So yeah, this is gonna be my first look at a Jimmie Johnson 84 car that we have here. And yep, now it can autofocus by itself. Now I don't have to focus on it myself. Let's zoom in a little bit there, and there is the car. And boy, is it actually a very sharp paint scheme here. Bright blue, and I love that he actually still uses his signature neon yellow, which of course he's used with Hendrick for many years. And Carvana, there's another sponsor I don't have, and a new number combination I don't have either, or I guess a new driver in this next Gen 7 era of diecast that I have. Like I said, this also was released in Gold Series at some point, but of course, it's nice to have it in Authentics in the stores, so can't complain too much about that. So let's take a look at the finer details here. Of course, this is on the Toyota Camry front end, which I am a huge fan of. I am a Toyota fan, yeah, if you believe it. We got Carvana on the hood there, which is of course a dealership if you don't know or what it is exactly. It's like a little online dealership that could send you the car, or I think they even have their own vending machine, car vending machines, which I think is always the most interesting thing. Of course, NASCAR Cup Series on there, number 84. I love that neon green on the side, the outline of the 84. We got Carvana on the side. I love when the logos are like this. And we got a few sponsors that some people might be familiar with, like Club Wyndham, Dollar Tree, of course, a big supporter of this team, and Olipop, which I believe is a brand of sodas, or like non-super carbonated sodas, I believe. We got Dollar Tree on the side there, and a bunch of their other sponsors, Advent Health, Gear Wrench, and Safety Clean, along with Mobile One. The rear here, I think it's supposed to represent a sunset or something like that. Well, that's what I get reminded of, at least, with all this like yellow stuff. Oop, and I hit it on the desk. That's not good. All the yellow stuff, I feel like it's supposed to represent a sunset here, but who knows. We got Carvana on the rear, Legacy Motor Club, and number 84. And Carvana logos all over this place, or all over this car. Got the yellow, like dark yellow, number 84 on the roof. And the right side is the same as the left side here. And of course, I forgot to mention on the other car, they all come in plastic base, so of course no metal chassis or rubber tires on these, which of course is standard for Authentics, which I don't mind actually at all. This is what I've been used to before. But yeah, now it's going to be very interesting once Jimmie Johnson gets to drive the 48 once again. He got permission, and with potential sponsor Lowe's once again. So hopefully there is actually something in the works with Ally, with Carvana and Lowe's and Jimmie Johnson to actually run a very cool throwback for his final race, which I believe is the Daytona 500 in 2027. That is going to be a very exciting one to see. If they do make a diecast, which I believe they will, 100% will pre-order that, because that's a driver I've grown up with, and you know, now they're actually driving his actual final race, maybe, I don't know. And now he's a Hollywood star, because he's getting his own Hollywood star in the Walk of Fame, which I don't know if I'm planning to go, since I live kind of close by to Hollywood, but yeah, very interesting. Very happy to pick these up. If you'll be able to find them, I would suggest you do. Of course, if you're a fan of these, or if you want to have another car in your collection, or a new number, which is pretty much the reason why I buy these, just a new number in my collection, I would suggest you do, or maybe there's some other cars in the set you would like to pick up. So that has been a double NASCAR diecast, or NASCAR Authentics review of Todd Gilliand's Grillo's Pickle car and the 84 Jimmie Johnson Carvana car. So if you enjoyed the video, I gotta zoom out here, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.